She likes to lift her leg when I pet her belly. She, like, it feels so good. She just is like, ooh. She's got great balance, by the way. Like, check this out. But we are gonna sit in a comfortable seated position, whatever that means to you. I just sit cross-legged, and we are gonna be doing a good shoulder openers and all that stuff. I'll listen to your voice. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, Legendary Hunter 59. I do appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully my voice isn't too bad or annoying. And it's been a good day, so we're about to just make it a little bit better. We're gonna inhale, bring our arms up toward the sky, interlace the fingers, and then open up the hands toward the ceiling. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And this is something you can actually do in a seated position at your desk. So if you wanna get a good shoulder stretch here, that's pretty great. Inhale, look up toward your hands, and just hold it here for a moment. Maybe even close the eyes, just trying to enjoy the way this feels. Maybe try to bring the hands just a little bit further away from the body. Yeah, let me get my headphones. Your voice is amazing. Oh, thank you. Good. So from here, we're gonna take this right hand, bring it down to the right side, let it float down nice and gently, and bring the left arm up and over. Breathe into the left side body here. Maybe look up toward the sky or the ceiling, whatever you're looking at. And on your next exhale, you're going to cartwheel the hands all the way over, bringing the right hand to the right knee, left arm behind the back into a twist. So start twisting from the waist, and then slowly look past that left shoulder. As you inhale, sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, twist just a little deeper. Inhale again, sitting up tall. And exhale, twist. On your next exhale, find center once again. Feeling realigned, you're gonna bring your hands back in front of you, interlace the fingers once again, and open up the hands, this time parallel with the floor. Inhale, bring the hands up slowly. This time, really try, I'll show you. Bring the hands as far behind the back as you can. Look straight ahead. You might feel a good stretch here in the shoulder, so that's why I say just hold it here. And as you exhale now, we're gonna bring the left hand down over to the left side, right arm up and over. Look up toward the sky if you'd like, and breathe into the right side body. As you exhale, slowly start to cartwheel the hands, bringing the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind the back, and start to twist from the torso, and then look behind the right shoulder. With every inhale, sit up a little taller, and every exhale, twist just a little deeper. Taking another round of breath here, inhale through the nose. And exhale, untwist the body coming back to center. Now, we are gonna get started because I have a lot planned today, so we're just gonna roll over the knees or swing the legs around into tabletop. In tabletop, have your fingertips spread nice and wide on the mat. This song gets loud, sorry. Fingertips spread wide on the mat, the wrists and shoulders are aligned, and the hips and the knees are aligned. You're gonna inhale into our cow pose. So drop the belly, look up toward the sky. Exhale, cat the back. So bring the chin to the chest, really round the spine here, press the mat away. Inhale, roll back into your cow pose. Exhale into your cat. One more round here. Inhale into your cow pose. And exhale, cat. Inhale into a neutral spine, so nice straight back. You're gonna take the right leg, stretch down back behind the body, flex the foot. Maybe do a few ankle rolls here if you'd like. We will be doing a few standing balances, so it is good to kind of warm up the ankle before we put a lot of weight and pressure on it. From here, we are gonna take this right leg, exhale, bring it out toward the side and touch your elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, touch your elbow with your knee. and back. Exhale, elbow to knee and back. 2 more time, exhale, elbow to knee and back. Last time, exhale, elbow to knee and back, holding it here for 1 more breath, and exhale, lower that knee down to the mat, switching sides, taking that left leg, stretching on back behind the body, flexing the foot, and maybe doing a few ankle rolls here if that feels good. Yeah. Breathing into that leg, making sure you get to both sides of your ankle roll here. We're gonna move into our little weird elbow to knee thing. So exhale, elbow to knee on this side. Really swing it around and back. Exhale, swing it around and back. Exhale and inhale back. And last time, exhale and inhale, swing it on back. Exhale down. From here, we're gonna do a little arm workout. I was kind of playing around this morning, so it's a little funky, but it's super fun. Thank you. So from here, you are staying in your tabletop, and we're gonna exhale, bend the elbows in toward the body, just like if you were doing a chaturanga. So not out like a push-up, but in. So if you wanna see from the front, in. So stay in your perfect tabletop and exhale. We're gonna hold this here for 3 rounds of breath. Try to get a nice deep bend in the elbow. The deeper you bend, the harder this is gonna be. Inhale and exhale. And this might look easy if you're just watching, but I am shaking a little bit. And 1 more round of breath, inhale and exhale, coming back up. That feels weird. Yes, it is a super weird one. I was playing around with it today, but it's really, really great to practice your chaturanga if that's something you're working on. We're gonna inhale, bring this right arm up toward the sky, and exhale. This is gonna feel really good. You're gonna take the right arm, bring it underneath the left, right temple on the mat, or the floor if you don't have a mat. And from here, you can take this left arm, you can stretch it out in front of you, or you can bring this left arm up toward the sky, or lastly, you can take the left arm, bring it behind the back, and even grab onto the inner right thigh. Now, if you want it to be a little bit more challenging, if you want to have a balance, take this left leg and bring the toes down. If this is super comfortable for you, you can lift that left leg up and play around with this balance. This one, it looks easy, possibly, but it's not as easy as it looks. But you're close to the ground, so if you fall, it's all good. Exhale, bring the knee back down to the mat if it wasn't already. Inhale, the left arm up toward the sky. Bring that left arm underneath the shoulder. Press into the left hand as you inhale. Twist that right arm up toward the sky once again. And exhale, lower back into your tabletop. Whew. So, before we go into the other side, we're gonna bend our elbows once again. It's hard to touch the ground with my headphones. I should find a better setup. It's hard to find a good yoga setup because you need so much space sometimes. We're gonna do that one more time. Exhale, bending into the elbows here. Looking down at the mat, taking 3 rounds of breath, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, straighten those arms this time. Take the left arm, stretch it out up toward the sky, opening up that chest. And exhale, bringing the left arm underneath the right, bringing the left temple on the mat. And from here, you can straighten the right arm out. You can bring it up toward the sky, or bring it behind your back, grabbing onto the inside of that left thigh. Now, once again, you have the option to bring the toes down to the mat, or even lift that right leg up and find a balance here. Whew. And like I said, it is hard to find a good yoga setup because I know when we were looking at places, when my husband showed me a picture of this place in the living room, the open floor plan, I was like, yes. Ooh, come back down whenever you're ready. Bring that knee down. You're gonna bring the right arm back up toward the sky. Drop it underneath the shoulder. Press into that right arm. Bring the left arm up toward the sky into a side body twist. And exhale back into your tabletop pose. Now we're gonna do one more big shoulder opener before we go into downward facing dog. It's called puppy pose. It's a little awkward, so I do apologize, but no one's watching you. They're all watching me. We're going to walk the hands forward and then slowly dip your chest down toward the mat. Keep your knees and your hips aligned here. You can bring your forehead down, but if your shoulders are really open, you can bring your chin down to the mat. And slowly just start to sink into this pose. You'll feel it in your shoulders, and it feels pretty amazing, especially if your shoulders are feeling pretty tight. Just take a couple breaths here. Allow yourself to just sink even further with every exhale. And on your next inhale, bring your hands firmly on the mat and slowly start to roll. Bend into the elbows here. We don't want to go too far into our back. We're just going to go all the way down onto our bellies. Not even worrying about any sort of back bends right now. Place the forehead down on the mat. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. And we're going to do a huge press up into a downward facing dog. So if you want to go to tabletop first, that's your prerogative. That's amazing. But if you want to come with me, pretty much like a push up into a downward facing dog. So exhale, push, and downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out. Pressing one heel down at a time, breathing into the backs of the legs. Remember to relax the neck. We don't want to strain our neck by looking up at the hands. There's no need to look up at the hands. We already know what they're doing. Just try to spread the fingertips nice and wide. And maybe even do a little twist as you step. Really try to move around here in your downward facing dog. Explore your body, really. Explore what it feels like to move in a certain way, what feels tight, what is feeling really nice and loose today. But whenever you're ready, you're gonna find some stillness here. Again, making sure your neck is relaxed. As hard as it may be, I know downward facing dog is pretty active of a pose. It can also be a great resting position too. So if you're feeling really tired at any point of this practice, hit a downward facing dog or a child's pose. Those are two great resting poses. From here, we're gonna walk our feet up to our hands into a downward facing dog, or not downward facing dog, a forward fold. Letting everything just completely relax over the legs. Trying to get the torso and the belly button slightly closer to the thighs, so if you do need to bend into the knees, that is perfect. Remember, everyone's body is different, so if you're doing a pose and it looks slightly different than what I'm doing, that's probably okay. There are certain things we need to make sure that our alignment's right, like making sure your knee doesn't go over your ankle in certain poses, but for the most part, everyone's gonna look a little different, so just remember that. And whenever you're ready, we're gonna slowly roll into our mountain pose, bringing our hands out by our sides. Let's roll the shoulders back, just sitting up a little bit taller. Oh, it's okay, Coconut. Sorry, there might be a thunderstorm later, so she's a little scared right now. I know, baby, come here. Inhale, reach both arms up toward the sky. This time, look up toward the hands. Try to keep us straight back here. And exhale, goalpost the arms. Let's go into a little bit of a back bend, not too far. Inhale, back up, and exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, placing the hands on the shins. And exhale, back into your forward fold. Temp the fingers on the mat and step back with the left leg into a lunge. And again, checking our alignment. This is one of the things we do want to make sure we're doing correctly, so make sure your knee is not going over your ankle. Really straighten through that left leg. So it's not just casually sitting there. You really want to have energy through this left leg as well, even though this is a right lunge. From here, we're going to slowly inhale, almost like a cat-cow. So we're going to cow, open the chest, and exhale, round the spine, pressing into those fingertips as you round the spine, bring the chin to the chest. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale, roll into your slight arch back, looking up toward the sky. And exhale. This time maybe straightening this front knee just a little bit more. Cat. I always get those two mixed up. Inhale back into your cow pose. And last time into our little cat, our lunge cat. You can straighten your knee all the way in this time, but make sure you're really rounding through that spine, bringing the chin to the chest, making sure the hips are even. We're gonna inhale back into our regular lunge, plant the hands, and step back into a plank. Now we're in our plank, and let's have a little bit of fun here. So just like we were doing earlier, we're gonna inhale, lift this right leg. Now you can come into a tabletop like we were earlier, or you can come with me. So we're gonna take this right leg, exhale, bring it to the elbow. Inhale back, exhale, elbow. Inhale back, exhale elbow, inhale back up, exhale elbow, inhale back up, and last time exhale elbow, and inhale, bring that leg back up, drop that foot back down. We're gonna exhale chaturanga all the way onto our bellies. So exhale chaturanga, you can drop your knees here, but remember, the elbows are in toward the body, dropping all of us, all the way down all at once. This time we're gonna roll our shoulders back, going into a cobra pose, but not the deepest expression you can. It's still early in our practice. Keeping a nice bend in those elbows, maybe look up toward the sky. And breathe into that back body, but remember, keep that chest open as well. We're not relying all on the back here. It's a good mix of chest and back and shoulders. Exhale, slowly bring yourself back down onto the ground, tuck the toes, and again, press up into your downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale here, and let out a big exhale. Inhale, draw that right leg up toward the sky. Flexing or pointing the foot. I just naturally always point because I was a dancer, but usually in yoga you do see flexed foot a little bit more. Whatever you do, just make sure you give it a purpose. And bend the knees, stack the hips here. Doing 3 hip circles in both directions. Just allowing yourself to really open up those hips. And remember, reverse your direction. It's easy to just kind of keep going in one way because it feels so good. Whenever you're ready, you're going to find 1 moment of stillness. Inhale. And exhale, swing that right leg all the way through to a lunge once again. So we're back, same lunge we were just in. Get some squats going. We do lots of good squats in here. Gotta work on that booty. So from here, we are gonna go into our crescent lunge first. So you're gonna inhale, bring the arms up toward the sky. Exhale, settle. Again, just like we were in the lunge earlier, you really wanna keep this left back leg as straight as possible. It's so easy to wanna do this, but really engage that back leg. Arms are up, shoulders are down away from the ears. Exhale, open up into your warrior 2. So that means the right toes are facing forward. The left foot is parallel with the back of the mat. The arms are out to a T. Shoulders are away from the ears. Inhale, peak pose, straighten both legs. Arms reach up toward the sky, gaze up to the hands. Exhale, back into your warrior 2. Exhale, we're gonna flip the palm. Oh, thank you for the follow. I'll see who it is in a second. Oh, is it Yeet Boy? Thank you. Great username, by the way. And then from here, we're gonna inhale, flip the right palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. So that means reach that right arm up and back. Left arm runs along the left leg. Inhale back into your warrior 2. Exhale, reach forward with the right hand. Drop that right elbow. Left arm up by the ear. Finding a nice straight line from the fingertips down to the toes. 1 more breath. Inhale back into your warrior 2. From here, we're going to cartwheel the hands down to frame that foot. And we're going to step on back into a plank. Guess what? We had to do that thing on the other side. So we're gonna lift the left leg this time. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten one last time. Exhale, elbow to knee. And inhale, straighten. Drop that foot. We're gonna chaturanga all the way down to our bellies once again. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, chaturanga nice and slow. And drop on down. Untuck those toes. We're gonna slide the arms forward. Bring the elbows underneath the shoulders into our Sphinx pose. Take a couple breaths here. Lift the belly button off of the mat. This is working your shoulders, it's working your back. It's even working your core. But let's make it work our core just a little bit more. We're gonna tuck those toes and we're gonna inhale into our plank. So inhale, plank, nice shoulder plank, elbow plank, that's the right word. Making sure the booty is not going up. We wanna make sure we're nice and flat. Can I get a big yeet? Like how big of a yeet are you looking? Wait, as we go into dolphin pose, I will yeet. So we're gonna slowly walk the feet in and we're gonna yeet ourselves into our dolphin pose. Relax yourself and yeet here, guys. Breathe. One more breath. And yeet ourselves all the way back into our plank. And exhale back down into our Sphinx pose. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And we are gonna go into dolphin pose. Exhale, dolphin. And inhale here. And exhale it all out. And if you wanna yeet again, yeet. I sound so lame when I say it. Sick channel. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yoga's not boring. Yoga's fun. And also I do play games too, but we're gonna inhale that left leg up toward the sky. Breathe here, bend the knees, stack the hips, and do 3 hip circles in both directions. Breathing into that hip. And making sure again that you do get both directions. I know it's not always easy to remember to switch. But whenever you're ready, we're gonna stand still here. We're gonna inhale. Exhale, swing that left leg all the way through, dropping that foot down in between the hands. And now we are here in our lunge, making sure that this right leg now is just straight on back. Feel energy through there. You single girl, I'm married as heck and I love it. But yeah, breathe here. And from here, we're gonna go into our, oh gosh, sorry, I almost coughed there. We're gonna go into our crescent lunge, so reach your arms up overhead. And exhale here into our crescent lunge. Breathing here. Shoulders are away from the ears once again. And on our next exhale, open up into your warrior 2. Again, the left toes are now facing forward. Right foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Arms are out to the side. Relaxing the shoulders away. Simp. Nah. From here, I just found out what that word meant the other day. So yeah, that is so funny. And now I know what it means. And now I can laugh at that. Inhale, the left palm goes up toward the sky. And we are going, oh, sorry, no, I forgot peak pose. Sorry. We're gonna straighten both legs. Hands up toward the sky, look up. And exhale back into your warrior 2. Inhale, flip the left palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. The right hand runs along the right leg, left arm up and over. Inhale back into your warrior 2. Exhale, lean forward with that left arm, drop the left arm, right arm up and over by the ear. And keep breathing. Inhale back into your warrior 2. From here, cartwheel the hands, frame the foot. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I will not be telling my wonderful husband that. But from here, we are going to just breathe cat-cow in through our lunges. We're gonna inhale, open up the chest, look up toward the sky, and exhale, round the spine into your cat pose, trying to straighten the leg ever so slightly, but not too much. Inhale back into your cat. And exhale, cat. This time straightening leg just a little bit more, and this time inhale. Last time, so really get it nice and deep. And exhale, this time straighten the leg all the way, really round the spine, bring the chin to the chest, make sure the hips are nice and square. Inhale back into your lunge. We are gonna take a big step forward into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And if you'd like, I know, right? So from here, if you would like, you can take your peace fingers, grab onto your big toes, and from here, have a slight bend in the knees if you'd like, but we are going to just take a moment to get a nice deep stretch here since we are a little bit more warmed up. This one's a great one if you have tight hamstrings or calves or anything like that. So really bring this is what it looks like from the front. Whoop. Bring your elbows out toward the side, trying to bring the torso closer to the thighs, and the head is just completely relaxed. You might even feel a little bit of opening in the shoulders here as well. Oh. Anyway, so we're going to inhale, flat back, exhale, forward fold, and inhale, slowly roll all the way up. Bring your arms up above the head, palms together, and lowering the hands to heart center. So doing this, we're going to kind of add on to the first one, but make it a little different. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up toward the sky, exhale, coming down into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, bring the fingertips down on the mat. We're gonna swing this left leg up toward the sky into standing splits. So today, we are focusing on just standing balances. So standing splits is such a fun one because it is fairly simple, but it's not actually. If you'd like, you can take one hand, maybe lift it off of the mat, maybe grab onto the ankle, maybe lift the other hand, grab onto the ankle as well. And just find a moment here where you are balancing. Whew. And then whenever you're ready, you bring the fingertips back down to the mat, step back nice and slow into your lunge. And remember, the left leg is nice and straight. We're actually going to drop that left knee, untuck the toes, and we're gonna go into a nice deep stretch here. So slowly start to lean back, straighten that right knee, flex the right toes, and lean forward. Try to reach with the fingertips. Bringing the torso closer to the thigh, not the head. So you see a lot of people really rounding their spine. You get a lot more out of the stretch. Even though I'm not as close to my leg, I'm still getting a lot more by bending in from the hips here. Inhale, slowly start to come back onto that foot. Plant the palms, tuck the left toes, lift up off the knee, and step back into your plank. Really engage the core here. We're just gonna chaturanga into a cobra or up dog. So inhale, shift your weight forward. You can drop the knees here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Up dog, your legs are lifted. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg back up toward the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips. We're here for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, swing that right leg all the way through once again to a lunge. Just one big inhale, lift the arms up into crescent lunge. Exhale, settle. Here for one more breath. Inhale. And exhale, open up into your warrior two. Right foot is forward, bending into that right knee. Inhale, flip this right palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Ooh, I got a follow. I don't know who it is, but thank you. I'm trying to see who it is. Oh. Marcel. Thank you for the follow. We are having fun here. Oh, hey, you're ready with a party of four. Oh, thank you for the raid, Marcel. What's up? Sorry I couldn't join you. Yeah, still doing yoga. Yes. Back into your warrior two. Inhale, lean forward, drop the right elbow, left arm up by the ear. Or if you'd like, we can go a little step further. Take this right arm, run it along the right leg, and the left arm up. But thank you for the raid. I'm sorry I didn't have time to come back to your stream. I was just getting ready and I'm like, oh my gosh, had eat, shower, have a lot of fun. I hope yours, how did your stream go? Tell me about it. Inhale, back up into your warrior two. Inhale, peak pose, straightening both legs, arms up toward the sky, gaze up toward the hands. And bring your arms back out. Keep the legs nice and straight, right toes facing forward. Oh, and Pumpkin, how are you? And from here, we're gonna go to Trikonasana or triangle pose. So bring your arms out toward the sides. Slowly start to go into this left hip as you reach forward with the right hand. Drop that right hand down either on the shin or on the mat. And you're here in your triangle pose, really trying to open up the chest toward the side wall, making your body as flat as possible. And inhale back up into your kind of like peak pose. Bend into the front knee and cartwheel the hands. Frame the foot, step back into your plank pose. From here, exhale, downward facing dog. Just lift the hips up and look back. We're gonna do the other side. Let me see what Marcel said as I breathe. Same rambling through, looking, yep. Did some video editing. I need to learn, oh yes. Video editing, that takes so long to, I'm doing some yoga and some sim stuff. Inhale the left leg up toward the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Stay here for one breath, inhale. And exhale, swing the left leg through into a lunge. Yeah, video editing, what I was trying to say, it takes so long sometimes to like just learn the basics and, but yeah, hopefully it's fun. And I did some Photoshop on stream the other day and that was fun. I'm still learning a lot about Twitch, so and what you can do on it. There are no rules apparently. What have you done today? Yeah, what have you done? Jessica was actually watching Marcel's stream earlier, isn't that funny? Inhale, bring your arms up into peak pose. Or not peak pose, wow, crescent lunge. Exhale, settle here. Inhale. And exhale, open up into your warrior two on this side, left toes facing forward, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, flip the left palm up. Exhale, reverse your warrior, really reaching back with that left hand. Finding a nice side body stretch here. Inhale back into your warrior two. Exhale, lean forward with that left arm, drop the left elbow, right arm up overhead. You can bring it by the ear if you'd like, or you have the option to bring that left hand down to the mat, finding a nice straight line from your hand, your right hand to your left. Look up toward the sky if that's comfortable on your neck. Stay here for a couple breaths. On our next flow, we will be doing Bird of Paradise. So we're really getting ourselves ready for a good side twist. Inhale back up into warrior two. Inhale, peak pose. Exhale, bring your arms down. Do not bend into that front knee. We're about to go into Trikonasana. So first, bring your weight back into that right hip. Lean forward with the left arm and drop that left hand down. Again, opening up the chest. Looking up toward the sky if that's comfortable on your neck. You can look down if that is better for you. And again, if you need to, you can grab onto that shin. Everyone's body is gonna look a little different in every single pose. So do what you can. Inhale, come back. Up. Exhale, bend into that front knee. Cartwheel the hands down. We are now in our left lunge. We're gonna inhale. And exhale, drop the right knee. Untuck the toes. As I can look. I wish I could touch my feet with my fingers. Definitely need more practice. I totally get it. Be back soon. I'll see you in a second, Jessica. And then we're gonna come back into our nice stretch here. So leaning back, we wanna make sure we're bending from the hips. And like I said, oh, sorry, who is it, Sophie? Sophie. It takes a while to touch your toes. I am naturally a very stiff person. Some people are like, oh no, like, I've had to work very hard to get where I am. Everyone's body's a little different, and sometimes, you know, when you first start, it's a little bit frustrating when you can't touch your toes, for example. But what's more exciting is when you actually can touch your toes, I feel like you just, if you're the kind of person like me who has to really work for it, you just appreciate it a lot more. So anyway, Sophie, you've got this. You're gonna slowly come onto your left foot once again. Tuck the right toe, lift up off the knee, take a big step forward into your forward fold. Again, here is a good time to really bend into the knees. You know, I want everyone to bend into your knees. Really let yourself hang over, let your torso completely relax. Maybe even give yourself a big hug, grab on behind the legs, and give yourself a big old hug because you deserve it. Exhale, release. We're gonna slowly roll up into our mountain pose, letting the head come up last. Hands are by the sides. Roll the shoulders forward now, just 3 times. We've done a few rolling our shoulders back, so we really want to get both sides, make ourselves nice and even. Inhale, reach your arms up toward the sky. And exhale, forward fold. We're gonna do bird of paradise in this one, so we're gonna go nice and slow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, tent the fingers, left leg steps. Ooh, I just realized I forgot to pose, but left leg steps nice and back. I need to do standing splits on the other side. I do apologize. We'll do it in this flow. From here, exhale, drop the left knee, untuck the toes, plant the left hand, inhale the right arm up toward the sky into easy twist. Exhale, drop the right hand to the inside of that right foot, heel toe the right foot to the outer edge of the mat. You can stay here if this is really intense on your hips, or you can come down to your elbows. Now, not everyone has to come down to your elbows. Just listen to your body. If your hips are really, really tight, go and do what you can. Relax your neck completely and go here. If you want to actually go deeper though, you can come to the outer edge of that right foot like you can see me doing and really relax. If you want to take it another step further, you can bend into that left foot or knee, grab on with the right hand, grab onto that left leg and find a stretch. Now, if your knees are bad and you want to kind of avoid anything on the knee, avoid this pose. This is a good quad stretch, but there are many other quad stretches that are more gentle on the knees. So if your knees are bad, you don't have to do it. Now, if you have that foot, you can release the foot nice and slow. Bring your hand back down. Walk the hands back up, come onto the foot if you were on the outer edge. Tuck the left toe, lift up off of the knee. And now from here, press that right leg up against the right arm. You're gonna lift that right leg off of the mat if you can, or come onto the toes. But here, just find a balance for 1 moment. And then we're gonna press up into 3-legged dog. So take this right leg, exhale, bring it up toward the sky. And then from here, swing it all the way through to a lunge. So we are back in our lunge. Inhale, we're gonna come into crescent warrior. Staying here for a couple breaths. Remember, the hips need to be facing forward. So sometimes your hips want to open up, but even if you have to step your feet in slightly just to get a better stance, do that. You'd rather have the correct pose than try to force yourself into something else. That's how injuries happen. So from here, we're gonna exhale into our warrior 2. So open up the hips, bend into that front knee, which should be the right knee, but you know, if you're doing the other side, that's all right. Inhale, flip the right palm up toward the sky, and exhale, reverse your warrior. You have the option here now to bring this left arm behind the back, or you can run it along the left leg. So whatever you want to do in your practice, just make sure you're staying bent in that front knee. Inhale back into your warrior 2. Exhale, coming into your extended side angle. So dropping that elbow first, left arm up. You can run that left arm, the right arm along the right leg if you'd like. Or, see, this is where bird of paradise comes in. You can take this left arm, bring it behind the back. If you can, go into a bind. So bring this right arm underneath the leg and grab onto the hands. Now, not everyone can do this, especially if your shoulders aren't open. So if you do have like a blanket, a towel, like this is a pillow, but if you have that, you can even use that to help you. So use any kind of prop you need that can help you with this pose. So if you want to do this with me, whether you are holding your hands or using a prop, or even just doing this. You know, try your best. What we want to do first to get into bird of paradise is, for the first time if you're doing this, like, you can take one big step, or you can take a couple small steps. Take your time. But once you're here, this is the weird spot, okay? This is the hardest part of this pose. So once you're here, the arm, the leg that you're using under your arm, wow, I can't talk, that you're gonna be high up on the ball of the toe. So you can see I'm high up on the ball. We're gonna slowly shift our weight into this standing left leg and try to lift that leg up. And so you're here. You can keep this leg nice and bent, really open up through the chest, and you can try to straighten that leg. Now, I'm not the most flexible person in the world, so my leg can't go super straight, but just play around here. And whenever you're ready to come down, bend into that leg, slowly start to come down, and then you'll step back into your warrior two. Inhale, back into your warrior two. So that's bird of paradise. That's a super fun one. We'll work more on it Friday. We are here. Inhale, peak pose. Exhale, back into your warrior two. Now we're gonna go into half moon from here because we're working on standing balances. So we're gonna slowly shift our weight forward just like we were in extended side angle. Shift forward, drop that right hand. You can step this left foot in, or you can just swing it on up into your half moon. Make sure your chest is open just like it was with extended side angle. Really reach that arm up toward the sky, flexing through that foot. And exhale, forward fold. Releasing the neck. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll all the way up. Hands are above the head. Lower hands center. Other side, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, tent the hands, and now we're gonna go standing splits on the other side because I forgot it the first time around. So we're gonna stay on this left leg, but take the right leg, stretch it on up toward the sky. Try to keep the hips square, your leg is not gonna go up as high. See, this is me cheating. I've done this before. I usually cheat when I do this because it looks better. But the correct way is keeping the hips square, so your leg is not gonna go as high. Let go of your ego. That's something I'm working on, okay? It's not something that's easy. So from here, you can take one hand off the mat, maybe grab onto that ankle, take the other hand, and maybe find some balancing here. Now, if you need to keep the hands down, keep the hands down. That's just part of your practice, and that's fine. Now, from here, we're gonna bring the hands back down to the mat if they weren't, and step back into your lunge. Exhale, dropping the right knee, untucking the toes. Right hand plants down on the mat. Inhale the left arm up toward the sky into easy twist. Exhale, drop the left hand in between the hand and the foot and heel toe that left foot out to the outer edge of the mat. You can stay here, or you can come down to the elbows. Relax the neck. Again, if this is super easy, you can come to the outer edge of that left foot. Just breathe wherever you are, and you do have that option, that optional stretch here if you'd like, bending into that right knee, reaching around with the left arm and grabbing onto that foot and finding a deep quad stretch. Again, this is a very deep stretch, so if you need to just not do it, that's okay. Also, if you have something like a strap or a towel, this is a great pose too, to use that strap or towel. Or t-shirt or any kind of fabric-y thing. Exhale, release that foot, bringing the hand back down toward the mat. And if you were on the outer edge of the foot, come back flat-footed. Walk the hands up nice and slow. Tuck the right toe, lift up off of the knee. Press the left leg up against the left arm and lift that left leg up off of the mat. Again, you do not have to do this. You can even keep your toe down like this, or even just play with the balance. This is for future poses that we will be doing, so I'm just working you up for eventually that pose. Now we're gonna exhale, swing that left leg all the way up, and exhale, swing it back into a lunge. From here, inhale, crescent warrior, arms up by your ears. Exhale, release. Keeping that right leg nice and straight, but high up on the ball of the toe, so if you need to scoot that back, go right ahead. Exhale, open up into your warrior two. Inhale, flip the left palm. You have the option to bring this right hand behind the back or along the right leg, whatever you'd like. Going into your peaceful warrior. Inhale, back into warrior two. Exhale, reach forward with that left hand and then go into extended side angle. So be here, open up. Or if you'd like, we can go in for the bind. Again, if you have props to help you, go right ahead. And if you don't, that's fine too. Just work your way to get here. This is not gonna happen overnight. From here, you can stay right here. You can go into bird of paradise with me. So you can step in a few times or take one big old step. Stay high up on the ball of that left foot. The weight is now in the right. Have maybe a soft bend in that right leg. You don't wanna lock your knee here. So from here, slowly start to stand. That's the hardest part. Once you're here, it's a little easier. Find your dristi, find your non-moving object to stare at to help with your balance. All right, I've got it. It's my curtain. From here, if you'd like, you can straighten that leg. Whoop, whoop. I'm gonna fall. Nope, not gonna fall. That's the fun about yoga. Oh, the first train. Wow, I can't believe it's taking this long. From here, bend into that left leg. Slowly come back down. Walk your foot all the way out. Inhale, coming back into your warrior two. Inhale, peace pose. Peak pose, I said peace pose, wow. Exhale, back down into your warrior two. From here, cartwheel the hands. Frame that foot. And inhale, step forward into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll all the way up. Tadasana, arms up above the head, palms together. Exhale, lower the hands, heart center. I cannot believe it's 47 minutes in. We have to now go down onto the mat. We are going to stretch. We're going to just enjoy the rest of our practice, taking it nice and easy. Let's bring our feet to the outer edges of the mat. So about a little further than hip distance apart. Toes facing out, hands heart center. And with a straight back, I'll show you from the side. You want to go into a squat? I always do this. It's just a great pose. If you bend in the knees, remember, keep a nice straight back. Hands are now out toward the sides, using those elbows to press the hips open. And from here, sit all the way down. It's just one of my favorite ways to get down on the mat because it hits a couple points. Gets you down on the mat, opens your hips. It's perfect. Even works your legs a little bit. Let's do a little bit of boat pose because it's a great pose to work on core. Bringing the hands to the backs of the legs, straightening the back. Try not to arch the back or round the spine. Just a straight back. Let's come up on the toes first and then inhale. Lift those legs just parallel with the mat and bring the arms by the sides. Finding some stillness here, pointing or flexing the feet. Play around, try both of them, see what you prefer. We're not gonna do anything crazy today. We're just gonna exhale, lower all the way. Down onto our backs. Inhale, bring the knees, both of them, to your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. We're gonna go into some twists here. So taking the legs. Now I wanna give you two options. You can do what we usually do, just dropping the knees, or we can go into eagle legs. And if you find twist very, very simple, I suggest this. If you find twist hard, do not do this. You can give it a try, but I would not suggest it. So for eagle legs, let's do the right on top first. So cross the right over the left. You can stay here or bring the right toes now over. So it's a little funky. And now slowly start to drop those knees over to the right. You might feel your shoulders already lifting off of the mat, so make some readjustments. From here, straighten that left arm out to the left side. This right hand can rest on your belly, it can rest on your knees, it can come out to a T. It really just depends on what you'd like. And if this is too intense, just go for the regular twist. They're both pretty much the same. This one just gives you a slightly more intense experience. Gaze again is past your left hand, making sure your shoulders are both making contact with the mat. Maybe close the eyes, taking a couple breaths here, nice big, long inhales and exhales in and out of the nose. On your next inhale, coming back to center, unwrap those legs, give yourself a big hug. Let's bring our head up toward our knees, kind of resetting the spine. Exhale, coming back down. We are going to now take this left leg. If you want to do in the twist, if you don't want to do the twist, drop your legs over to the left. But if you do want to do eagle legs, we are going to cross the left over the right. Bring the left toes now, if you can. Get yourself into eagle legs. Slowly start to drop those legs over to the left. Right arm extends out. Again, this left arm can go out to a T. It can gently be placed on the knees if you'd like. Gaze is past the right hand. And just breathe into this little twist. Maybe close the eyes. I always like closing my eyes during these longer stretches just because it is such a great way to really get inside of your head and enjoy your own little space. You become slightly more in tune with what's going on in your body. At least that's how it is in my experience. Maybe not everyone, but that's okay. Inhale, bring yourself back to center, unwrap the legs. We again are going to just reset our body by giving ourselves a little hug. Exhale down, and since we didn't get a rounded pigeon today in our regular flows, we're gonna do the next best thing. Inhale the right leg up toward the sky. Flex that foot and slowly cross the right ankle over the left leg. From here, if your hips are really tight, this might be where you want to be. Or you can take the hands, grab onto the back of the left leg and bring that right leg in closer. Flexing both of the feet here, that just gives you a better experience. And then taking your elbow, if you want it to be more intense, and pressing that right knee away from the body. You're gonna get a good stretch back here. Trust me, it is amazing. And let's say you had a long day and your legs are just a little tired. You maybe were working all day. I suggest if you're just like laying down watching TV, do this pose. I love ending the day with this stretch because if you're laying down in bed after you did this stretch after a long day, it's just, your body feels so much better. So if you're looking for a good stretch to do at the end of the day, this is a fabulous one. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Let's do the other side. Now taking this the left leg, stretching it on up, flexing that foot, crossing the left foot over the right. Stay here or grab onto the back of that right leg and bring in the legs close to the body, keep the feet flexed, maybe even using that left elbow to press that left leg away. The great thing about this stretch as well, it hits a lot of the same points as pigeon pose does, but it's a little bit less intense. So if you're looking for something that you can do, let's say at the end of the day, or you're not looking for something too intense, just hit this pose. It's a fabulous one. I just talk up this pose so much because this is stretching the muscles that are definitely a problem area for me, but oh my gosh, especially if you have sciatic nerve pain. I do every so often. If you have sciatic nerve pain or sciatica, this is a great stretch. Exhale, release, and then bring both feet down. We are going to go into bridge pose before going into Shavasana, our final relaxation pose. Bringing the hands down, maybe touching the heels, see if you can reach. That just makes sure that your knees and your feet are in the right place. So plant the palms down. From here, I really want you to pay attention to the way this feels, because a lot of time we move through bridge pose like it's nothing, like, oh, whatever. But really pay attention to the way your back, your chest, your body feels in this. Slowly inhale. We're gonna lift the hips up first, nice and slow. Almost like you're peeling your spine off of the mat, like it's a sticker. Really slow, just peeling it off until you cannot get up any higher. When you can't get up any higher, if you want to get further, you can tuck the shoulders underneath the body and interlace the fingers. That just gets you up a little higher. Gaze is up toward the sky, making sure that the knees stay parallel and they're not opening up. Maybe feel your belly rise and fall. That's really important because that means you're breathing. And you want to make sure you're breathing. Exhale, we're going to start to slowly release the bound hands if you had them bound. Untuck the shoulders. And now we're reapplying our back to the mat. So just like we did before, slowly try to bring that spine back on the mat. You know what it's like? It's like when you put a cell phone, what are they called? Screen protector on. You want to make sure that you get it nice and flat so there are no bubbles. Just imagine your back is like the screen protector and the mat is the phone. So when you either take it off or put it back on, you just want to make sure you hit every single spot of your vertebrae on that mat. So just a little FYI. Now we are going to spread those legs straight. I said spread them straight. You want to just bring them straight. And you're going to have them about hip distance apart. Let the feet open up. Arms are by your sides, palms facing up or down, whatever feels better in your body. Take this moment here maybe to just quickly fix your clothes. Make yourself just as comfortable as you can be in this position. Closing the eyes. And start to breathe in and out of the nose. Let your focus come inward. Reflect on today's practice if you'd like. Seeing how you feel now compared to how you felt earlier, if you did follow along with me. Even if you didn't, just close your eyes and ask yourself, how do I feel right now in my body? Take a moment to scan the body from the head to the toes, hitting every single muscle along the way. A lot of the time we're walking around with this tension that we don't even realize we're holding on to. Maybe we're hunching our shoulders or clenching our jaw, but just take this time to let yourself completely go. Many of us, the only time we are completely letting go is when we're literally unconscious. So let's take a moment, be conscious, and let go. This Shavasana is going to be very short today, but just take 3 more rounds of breath in silence. That'd be good. I'll turn my music up. I'm back. Hey, Jessica, we're almost done. We're finishing up. We're about to get to the sims, but we're going to enjoy this last few breaths here. On your next inhale, reach the arms above the head into a full body stretch. Let the toes point, reaching all the way from the fingertips to the toes here. You can feel the energy running all the way through the body. Exhale, draw the knees back into the chest. Give yourself a big old hug. Once again, this is the last hug we're going to give ourselves for the day. So just enjoy it. Rock yourselves from side to side, maybe massaging the low spine on the mat. Try my best not to fall asleep right now because it feels so comfy. We're going to slowly choose a side to roll onto into fetal pose. And then whenever you're ready, set yourself up in a comfortable position. Eyes again remaining closed if you'd like. Shoulders are comfortably relaxing away from the ears, but your spine is straight and tall. Inhale, reach the arms above the head, palms come together. Exhale, lower the hands to heart center. Inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. Let a big sigh out as you lower the chin to the chest. Blink the eyes open whenever you're ready. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Namaste.